Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Atri, My Dear Moments. We're up to no good, and at the same time we're making a little bit of cash. And that's pretty much where we're at. Now we are definitely in like the next arc here of the visual novel, or at least that's what I'm going to state. We've kind of got acclimated with the school. The school is actually in a much better situation. Definitely not physically, but with the power of electricity and people having more faith in the school now, or the idea of one here in the town, there's actually, some students. And there is a teacher, as we all know. So it's looking a lot better. So now we're moving on to the next thing. Romance. We wander through the town, checking out the last few leads that Ryuji comes up with, but we don't come across my first love. We end up sitting on a bench in front of the old candy shop. It's been 3 years since the waters started to rise particularly quickly around here. The town started to sink by several dozen centimeters a day, until it was covered in around 10 meters of water. At the time, a lot of people were optimistic that the waters would eventually recede, but the sea simply wouldn't stop rising, and eventually, most of the coastal cities of the world were inundated. That is a misspelling on eventually, by the way. The rise was slow enough that it wasn't like other natural disasters such as tsunamis or typhoons. There were very few direct casualties. A lot of people who evacuated their homes did end up with nowhere else to go, however. This town also ended up with no electricity, which caused even people whose houses weren't swallowed up to leave. Oh yeah, definitely. Ryuji sighs, sipping on his room temperature can of fruit juice. The owner calls huffily out of the shop. Yeah, everybody wants a generator now, by the way. They want their electricity. Now that they have seen that it's really possible that there's somebody capable of throwing something together, well, now everybody wants a little piece of that magic. It's a request that we've heard a lot today. Couldn't you make us a generator like the school has? It's no surprise. No one is staying in this old electricity-less town without a good reason. They either have some kind of deep affection for the place or they lack the finances to move away. Some people just haven't found anywhere else that's better for them. If we really did bring electricity back to the town, I wonder if people might come back.
No,
this whole place is very depressing. The coast where I met that girl. We're getting a flashback? We are indeed getting a flashback, a very poor one. There was a long, winding road that used to run along the coastline. On it was a lighthouse that lit up the oceans at night. That girl was standing on the cliff watching the waves okay, goodbye sound, I guess. Watching the waves lap at the sands below. Okay, no, we're getting oh, never mind. I was going to say we're getting a clearer picture there, but there it went. I swear, he's most definitely remembering Atri. Yeah, but it didn't seem like she dyed it, so she might not have been Japanese. She was taller than me back then. I'd say she was around 5 feet tall or a little smaller. Yeah, almost like Atri's. I swear, we're quite literally describing Atri. What if...
No,
hold on to that thought. What if there was actually a girl that was, real and everything, not a humanoid, not a robot, not a toaster, but they had died, and Atri was maybe created after that image, maybe? What if we're getting that deep? What if it's gonna get that crazy? I was 9. She looks like she could pass for 14. We're getting a little close there.
なあ、アトリー。
です。
お前っていつ頃のんこさんのとこに来たんだ？
覚えてません。
Given that she was sleeping in that capsule, she must have been in that storehouse since before the seas rose. It would have originally been powered with electricity, and losing that power probably contributed to Atri losing some of her memories while she was in sleep
っ
mode.
てことは8年くらい前にいたとしても不思議じゃないのか。
I guess it wouldn't. Come on, piece it together now. Come on. You got this. Wait, it was you?
私また何かやっちゃいましたか？
こいつは8年前から姿形は変わってないんだよな。
Damn. Imagine your first love was a goddamn robot. Hang on a minute here. It's possible, but we can't be sure.
でもお前の挙げた特徴全部当てはまってるぞ。
The girl I knew was quiet. What the hell is quiet about this piece of scrap?
いや、今日こいつずっと静かにしてたが、黙ってるとそういう雰囲気に見えるぞ。
This can't be happening. I don't remember Atri ever being there when I lived with my grandmother. She never mentioned buying a humanoid or anything either.
でも倉庫に近づくことは禁止されてたんだろ？
That is true. That was because she didn't want me messing up her research notes or her equipment, right? Atri, could you turn around for a second?
はいです。
Is he trying to, like, repaint the image here? I mean, it could have been quite literally her, but also, you know, who is Atri, right? Even Atri doesn't even know. Like, there has to be more to this, I feel, other than, oh, that was just her, you know, all the way back then. That moment, a memory flashes through my mind. It lasts only the most fleeting of instances. Instance. I don't know why I changed the word there, but I stare intently at Atri. There's absolutely no evidence that it's her, but there's nothing to rule it out either. I can't believe this. That memory that's been frozen in time in my mind for so long, that girl I've always remembered. It might be this toast your brain robot. I mean, I'm not really, I don't like this, but I'm not surprised that the romance side of this could have Atri as a choice, and it wouldn't be the first time I, you know, went into something anime related and the guy fell in love with something that wasn't human and was more specifically a robot. But we've had dinner, showered, brushed our teeth, and Atri has finished writing her log. Now that there's nothing left to do, you forgot the, goddamn, guys, I'm sorry, but this has been a terrible script. This has been full of mistakes, and I've never noticed this many mistakes before. That or I'm stupid, but, well, besides that, I definitely am. But my point is that spelling mistakes, grammar issues, sentences just don't read right. I don't know, just, this has been piss poor. Like, I'm sorry, but this is terrible. Now that there's nothing left to do but sleep, Atri approaches me with arms outstretched.
今日こそは一緒に寝ますよ。
Hey, stop that. Get off me, you idiot.
恥ずかしがるのを通り越してなんで怯えてますか？私は私の有用性を示したいんです。じゃないと不安なんです、ロボット的に。
You don't need to worry about that. I know full well how useful you are. I smiled gently down at her.
男性が女性に対して急に優しくなるのは破局を迎えるサインだと図書室の本で読みました。夏希さんは私を捨てようというのですね。
Of course I'm not going to do that. And please don't bring whatever strange romantic notions you've been reading about into this.
一緒に寝ましょうよ。
She grabs hold of me, pouting and pawing at me. I gulp, my face turning red. When I think about how Atri might be that girl I knew, just being near her makes me nervous.
実力行
Oh,
使
it's all
で
in
す。
your head. Atri forcibly pulls me down into the bed. She grabs me at the neck or by the neck and pulls my head against her chest, clutching me like she's carrying a melon. Well, back to this
さあ
scene.
眠ってください。
Get off me. You're strangling me, you broken piece of scrap.
そんな別荘にもめげません。 氷のように冷たいご主人様のハートを温めて溶かすのも忠実なるロボットの仕事なのです。なんて
Is that how that goes?
高性能なんでしょう、私は。
Atri refuses to let me out of her grasp. As always, it does feel as nice to be in her arms, though. I soon give up attempting to escape. Okay. Sighing and clicking my tongue for appearance's sake, I let myself sink into her warm embrace.
素直な夏希さんって可愛くて好きです。よしよし。
Gah, I don't want to tell her, but that feels so nice. I just can't resist
おや
this.
すみなさい、夏希さん。
Her gentle voice is the last thing I hear before I close my eyes. God damn it. There are times where it's like, you know, Atri being as annoying and wacky and silly and pretty stupid as she can be very, very sweet to him. And, I mean, there's a reason why he depends on her. I lived to study. I had nothing in my life but school. Me too at one point, you know?
学校
Yeah, I want to study more and more.
何のために？
I have to save the world. If I don't, well, I'll never be saved myself. I'm so pitiful. Hot tears started to well up in my eyes. I cried and cried. The girl simply looked at me curiously. It was Atri. It has to be.
私も含まれますか？
Huh? What a bizarre question. It's almost like she doesn't believe that she deserves to be a part of the world. Like she shouldn't exist. I can tell that she wants to be saved too. How could I save you?
喜びを教えてください。私が喜ぶことができたら、
It was
マ
Atri.
スターは救わ
It
れま
was
す。
definitely Atri. So I have to make you smile. Huh. Can you try smiling? Just so I can see what it looks like?
うん
When people are happy, they smile, right? Maybe it works in reverse. If you smile, you'll become happy. Like this. Yeah, it was definitely Atri. In that moment, I learned how quickly someone can fall in love. A feeling that I had never known before welled up in my heart, and I knew instantly what it was. This is a nice scene, too. Like, sure, the mystery is solved and all that, but still, it's nice that everything does kind of circle back. It's instinctual. It's built into our bodies, our nerves, our brains, but it took root in my heart. It was Atri, mystery solved. Now what do we do with that knowledge? What do we do with this information now that we know who it was? That's the real question. I'm used to hearing that sound effect. The next morning, the familiar sound of teeth being brushed mingles with the sounds of the sea. Atri and I both stand before the mirror. However, our hands aren't moving with any particular vigor.
そっかそっか。
Why does she need to brush her teeth? We're both blurry-eyed. I had trouble sleeping properly last night. Thankfully, it wasn't because of my phantom pain coming back. I was so conscious of Atri hugging me that I couldn't fall asleep at all. I think that I passed out for a few hours, but I can't remember when. Before I knew it, it was morning. I do remember having some kind of dream. I think it was about Atri. Gah, what's wrong with me lately? I start brushing harder as if to scrub the demons away. It doesn't work, trust me. Next to me, Atri is still brushing lazily away. She's not exactly a morning robot, but she's even worse than normal today. I had to whack her over the head a few times to make her get up.
あ
Atri turns to me and opens her mouth wide. With a gulp, I stick her toothbrush in her mouth. I carefully make sure her back teeth are all nice and clean, just like always. It's almost become automatic now.
ガラガラ。ぺっ。ありがとうございました。
No problem. She leaves me alone to finish my ablutions. There's some noise outside. I might go investigate. Oh, we're running out of time.
27日と。
Less than 30 to go. I'm gonna go see what's going on outside. Yeah, there was some commotion outside, but Now that I'm done visiting with all that commotion, time to get back to it. In the cabin, I find Atri marking off another day on the calendar, as she does every morning.
それじゃあ朝ごはんにしましょうか。
Not so fast. I'm not letting you waste all my food.
料理部でお料理習って少しは上達したんですよ。
It's been what, like 2 days? I'm not hungry anyway. I'm too sleep deprived. Come on, get ready for school.
はーい。
Now, she needs more practice, more training, if you will. So a long way to go. It was the right idea to put a mesh over the damn safety valve. It's stopping any seaweed getting in. The grating on the entrance is stopping trash getting into the turbine too.
故障もなく動いてる。初めて作ったにしちゃ優秀じゃないか。
During one of our breaks, we head down to perform maintenance on our generator. While we're here, we're making some small additions too. I wonder if we can make the hole rounder. It might make the flow of the whirlpool more regular.
コンクリで埋めちまうか。
While it's producing enough electricity for simple lighting, it's not generating the amount that you'd expect for the volume of water passing through it. A few tweaks should improve the efficiency. I record everything we do in my notebook.
そんな細かいことまでメモするのか。
Thing is, anything that we actually do here, he can take with him anywhere else. I'm not intending to stop with just one generator. If we're going to power more things with the water around here, we're going to need to have a good knowledge base to hand.
なるほど。学者先生の考えることはスケールが違うぜ。
Shut up, you damn country bumpkin. Beside us, we have an observer sullenly watching our playful joshing. Of course, it's Atri. Atri stares at us, both with a sour look. It's a face that I've seen an increasing amount of lately.
なつきさん、リュウジと仲いいですね。ちょっと良すぎませんか？
What's wrong with that?
なんだよロボコ。羨ましいのか？
誰があなたなんか羨みますか？私の方が高性能なのに。
Supposedly.
俺の方が FRP の加工はうまかったかな。
ムキー！私にもそれを教えるのです。すぐに学習して上手になります。
家ね食って。
なつきさん、リュウジがひどいです。こいつこそ真のロボット迫害主義者です。
Atri clings to my arm and pouts. What do you want him to do about it?
なつきさん？
It's about time for class. Let's head back. I shake Atri off of me and start walking out of the room.
なつきさん。
Yeah, this whole realizing that it was Atri from the past deal is probably going to be taking a little bit of a toll on him. What? I'm trying to concentrate here.
さっきのあれはちょっとないんじゃないか？
What do you mean?
アトリに対してさすがに冷たすぎるって。お前が突っ込んでくれないと俺までひでえやつみてえじゃん。
Ryuji playfully bullies Atri a lot. Normally it comes across as a joke, but I guess just now I made it seem like he was seriously being rude. I'm sorry, I really am, but I just can't help it right now.
お前まさか。わかった。忘れてくれ。
Seemingly understanding my situation, he goes back to his work. Oh, she's noticing something's up too. Eventually, the whole squad's gonna know something's amiss. There's no club activities today and no salvage jobs on the schedule, so for once in a while, we head home early. Back on the ship, I spend a few hours poring through the seemingly endless files my grandmother left behind. So these ones are data about wave formations along the coast, and this is a survey on the ocean floor. Even this huge stack of papers is just a tiny fraction of the research my grandmother conducted throughout her life. The rest is sunken beneath the sea. I should be able to find something useful in here, though. She spent a lot of her last years living on this ship after all.
なつきさん！
Atri sidles up to me, sighing with boredom. What?
また研究モードですか？何か作るんですか？
No, I'm just seeing if I can find anything that might help get back your memories. She starts to curiously glance over the laid out papers. My grandmother was in the middle of a research project when she died. It seems like it might have been something related to you.
アトリを引き上げておくれ。あの子をあそこへ連れて行けば 計画は再び動き出す。
I don't know what she had planned, but Atri is involved, that's for certain. She wanted me to take you somewhere. Do you have any idea where she meant?
私のマスターがですか？
Yeah, Yachigusa Nonko, the ocean geologist, your old master.
やちぐさのんこ。知ってるような知らないような。
If we can just fill in the gaps in Atri's memory, she might be able to remember. But if she can't even remember the name of her former master, it seems like this might be difficult. Excuse me, is there anything else you might remember? Absolutely anything.
他にですか？マスターによく役立たずと
Well,
か、
fuck.
お前といても楽しくないとか言われてた気がします。
Good start. Fantastic. My grandmother could say such cruel things to people sometimes, things that would cause even me to
い
recoil.
つも失敗ばかりしてましたから。
Do you ever remember meeting a young boy?
男の子？
Yeah, one around 9 years old on a cliff top.
やけに具体的ですね。
It would have been around 8 years ago. You said that you wanted to go to school before, right? Or remember? That might be because of what the boy had said to you. For some reason, Atri really wanted to go to school. It's possible that her desire came about due to what I said to her back then. Assuming that girl really was Atri, of course. The thing is that she seemed a little different. I mean, I can understand how that could be this Atri because, you know, she didn't know what happiness was or whatever, so that can be kind of like a robot thing, but that could also just be a fucking depressed ass person. She tilts her head, bemused. Oh, I see. I suppose you don't remember. I start looking through the files again.
暇なのでお買い物に行ってきますね。
She gets up with a look of annoyance etched on her face, obviously put out by my lack of attention. Great, thanks. Lately, I've been feeling a lot more comfortable letting her go out and do things on her own. The locals all know her. They call her... What is with all the fucking issues in this one? They call her the young professor's girl, apparently. She's been going out alone to do the shopping regularly recently.
何が食べたいですか？ハンバーグ作ってあげましょうか？
No, I'll be fine with some snacks. Nothing good comes of actually letting her cook with the things she buys. I'm not a particularly gastronomic person anyway, so anything I can eat is fine with me. The quicker and easier, the better, in fact.
いってきます。
She walks out onto the deck with her shopping bag in hand. I return to my grandmother's files with a slight sense of unease creeping up my body. If Atri really is that girl from my childhood, I wish she would have remembered me. But if it was her, then back then she... Go on. Guess to the next little chapter here. Oh man, there's conflict. There's conflict in his heart and his mind. In his very soul. About the whole
最
situation.
近変？そうです。私を避けてると言いますか。私は夏希さんと一緒にいたいのに、夏希さんはそうじゃないみたいで。どうしたらいいと思いますか？これは恋愛相談だね。
I really wouldn't call it that.
そういうのでは恋愛相談だよね。
Why are you so loud?
そういうことでいいです。みなもちゃん、圧がすごいよ。
And loud.
アトリン、夏希先生と喧嘩したのか？喧嘩なんてしません。私は夏希さんに忠実なロボットですから。でも、よく言い合いっこしてるよね。それは夏希さんのためになることを言ってるのに、夏希さんがだだっこなっちゃんになってしまうからです。
Uh-huh.
そういう時、すごく仲良しだな。言い合いっこがですか？
It's playful.
だって夏くん、私にはあんな風に言ってくれないもん。私はたまにある。殺し屋の目で黙れクソガキって。あはは、夏くん、子供相手でも容赦ないから。それはみなもが大切にされているということでは？うん、そうなんだと思う。けど 大切にされたくない時だってあるんだよ。女の子はさ。女の子には大切にされたくない時がある。
I really wouldn't take that so
復習
literally.
しました。そういや昨日リュウちゃんとこそこそ何か話してたような。きっとリュウジのせいです。あの人は夏希さんに慣れ慣れしいです。
I don't know about the touchy-feely part.
そうだね。どうして笑うのですか？なんだかアトリちゃんかわいいなって。あ、はなちゃん先生が呼んでる。なんだろうあれ。夏くんはアトリちゃんを嫌ったりはしてないよ。むしろ逆だと思うな。ならどうして最近抱っこして寝てくれないんですか？
Don't word it like that, please.
抱っこ？
Yeah, you're gonna give everybody the wrong
い
idea.
つも私を抱っこして寝てたのに最近してくれないんです。待って待って、夏くんそんな風にして寝てるの？
Yeah, he does.
そうです。何せ私は高性能なので。夏くんドン引きだよ。
He didn't make her
アトリ
do
ちゃん
that.
にそんなことをさせてたなんて。でも
What the fuck?
ちょっと羨
God
ましい。
damn it.
ですが最近それをしようとしません。私は私を抱いて寝るべきだと思うのです。どうしてしなくなったか心当たりとかはあるのかな？この間夏希さんはアホのリュウジに連れられて街に出ました。それでリュウジは代わる代わる若
Oh
い
my
女性を
god.
夏希さんに紹介していました。
No. She's describing it so fucking bad.
あれはいわゆる婚活というものではないかと私の高性能な AI は分析しています。さらなるドン引きだよ。リュウちゃんも夏くんも何してるの？ここだけの話、夏希さんは年上好きだそうです。はは
Oh, come on now.
知ってたよ。どうせ夏くんは私なんか眼中にないって。でもそっか、年上好きなんだ。
Why are you
花
sinking?
子先生と仲良しだもんね。何やらショックを受けている様子のところ申し訳ありませんが、夏希さん
At
は
least she
どなた
recognizes
か
that she's
心に
having a
決めた特定の女性
crisis.
がいらっしゃるのです。その女性は年上で夏希さんの初恋の人だそうです。あ、それって前に話してた人だ。だから私を抱かなくなった。人間社会の一般的な倫理観に基づく判断です。ひどい話です。ロボットは所詮代用品。いらなくなったらポイなのです。そんなことないと思うけど、アトリちゃんは夏くんをどう思ってるの？どうとは？だから好きなのかな？好きです。そういうんじゃなくて
She won't know what that means.
恋してるのかなって。私はロボットなのでそういうのはないです。
She says it just so simply.
そうなの？
どいたどいた、荷物が通るわよ。
Hey, thanks.
どいたどいた。
What are they doing? Okay, well,
Eh?
whatever.
どうする気なんだ？
Do anything about what?
アトリのことだよ。だってお前の初恋の人だったんだろ。
We don't know that for sure.
アトリはのんこばあさんのとこにずっといたんだろ。
I'm fairly certain it really is, it's either Atri or it's somebody that was like the human variation that Atri was built off of.
赤い瞳なんてそうそういねえし、ほぼ決まりだと思うんだがな。
But she's a robot.
そこだよな。でもよ、どう見たってロボットには見えないだろ。
I suppose not.
俺はな、夏。
He suddenly fixes me with an unusually serious look.
夏のことも、アトリのことも気に入ってる。まだ会ってあんま経ってねえけど、お前らがいいやつだってのは分かってるつもりだ。
Hey, thanks. Ryuji.
だから、どんなに社会に反発されようと、お前らを応援する。
Wait,
それが言いたかったんだ。
He smiles, a weight seemingly off his chest. I don't plan on doing anything until I have absolute proof that the girl from my memories really was Atri.
奥手すぎるだろ。男ならガバッと言っちまえよ。一緒に住んでんだからさ。
Listen, she's a robot, Ryuji. I don't think about her in that way. I will admit the fact that we sleep in the same bed might look a little suspicious, but I'm not doing that with any kind of impure intentions at all. I don't want to do that kind of thing with Atri at all. Like, okay, that was a very specific situation. That was her trying to save his life.
どうした？急に真っ赤になって。
It's nothing. What the fuck was that?
今なんか聞こえたな。
It's an oddly familiar nostalgic sound. There it is again. It's a piano. Someone's tuning it.
なんだって？
Is that what they were carrying around in the classroom? When we return to the classroom, everyone is thronged around a particular object. In the middle of the crowd is Catherine.
見て、夏くん、ピアノだよ。
It's an old, slightly beat up, or it is an old and slightly beat up what? What? But she's right. What is this all of a sudden?
寄付してもらったのよ、ここの卒業生に。授業で使ってくれってね。
Hell yeah, we got music class
音
now.
楽の授業ができるって。お歌が歌えるね。
楽しみだな。
The children are eagerly examining every inch of the piano. Most of their relatives used to go to school here too. When we talked with Minamo's father about employing Catherine as a teacher, well, he had mentioned that a lot of people in this town were really glad to see their old school lit up again. It seems like just lighting this one classroom has started to change everything around here.
ねえねえ、花ちゃん先生、何か弾いて。
あんたピアノなんか弾けるのか？
小学校の先生をなめんじゃないわよ。
Oh yeah, they got some
ちょっ
skills.
と練習してからにしようかしら。ブランクあるし。
So where are we gonna put this?
生徒も増えてきたし、高等部とその他で教室を分けた方がいいかもしれないわね。
That makes sense. There's no way we could have half the class racking their brains over math problems and the other making a racket with the piano.
それなら、新しく音楽室を作るといいかも。
The actual music classroom used in the past, by the way, is across the other school building underwater.
今日のところはここに置いとくわ。あんたたち、むやみに触るんじゃないわよ。壊したらただじゃ置かないからね。
Yeah, and good luck paying for it. The small kids all nod fervently, sufficiently cowed by her intimidating presence.
花ちゃん、ガキどもの心をしっかり掌握してんのな。
Yeah, you can count on her for that, if nothing else. Her style may be a little more stick than carrot, but it certainly seems to earn their respect. I suppose that's necessary as a teacher. That was a very strange phrase. I mean, it wasn't weird, I get it, but everyone finally calms down and class begins. Every time we take a break throughout the day, a crowd of curious kids surround the piano. Despite Catherine's warnings, they're all too curious to hear what kind of music it can make. At lunch, the group of eager children is at its largest.
ねえねえ、りゅうちゃん、ピアノ弾いてよ。りゅうちゃん、楽器弾けるもんね。
ギターならな。ピアノはやったことねえよ。
Yeah, a little bit of a different animal there.
音楽の時間、どんな歌歌うんだろう。
かっこいいのがいいな。
いいなあ。初等部の音楽の授業に私も混ぜてもらえないかな。そっか、みなもちゃんたちは花ちゃん先生じゃないから音楽の授業ないんだ。
さすがの夏も音楽の先生はやれないもんな。
Well, I'm not entirely unfamiliar with the Ivories. My reply is breezy and non-committal, but instantly everyone's eyes turn expectantly to me. I learned to play when I was little. I probably still could now, but likely not enough to be a teacher.
なんでもっと早く言わねえんだよ。
I mean, it's probably not enough.
夏木先生、ピアノ聞きたい聞きたい。
Of course you do. Everyone bears down on me with hungry eyes. Okay, just calm down. With everyone gathered expectantly around me, I sit before the piano. I open the lid. God damn, that was a loud ass lid. I open the lid. Setting eyes on the black and white keys for the first time, the assembled crowd lets out a little ooh of anticipation. Ooh, here we go. I press down a key, testing how much resistance it offers. It lets out a soft, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'll try, mellifluous sound? Let's go with that, with only the slightest touch. My fingertips still remember the sensation after all these years. I slowly start to play a tune. I start with a simple practice tune, one that I played 1,000,000 times as a child.
夏希くん、ピアノとか弾けちゃうんだ。顔もかっこいいし、勉強できるし、完璧じゃん。
God damn, he's got fans. Huh, I'm definitely a little rusty. I stumble over the occasional note, but I manage to make it to the end of the piece. My performance prompts an energetic round of applause.
あれがいい。あのカエルのやつ。
I start taking requests, playing standards that everyone knows. Over the course of 3 songs, the audience gradually grows, entranced by the music. All fall silent, except for some children humming along. As my fingers start to grow more accustomed to the keys, I start to play with increasingly fluidity and ease. I come to the end of a song, and by now the crowd isn't applauding, they're merely waiting patiently for me to start again. However, it's almost time for lunch to come to an end. Okay, one more song. I take a breath and start to play.
何？
Oh shit,
この曲
is he playing the fucking theme song?
知らない。
It doesn't seem like anyone knows this piece, but after a moment's confusion, everyone starts to listen intently.
綺麗な曲。
あ
I remember being taught this piece as a child by my mother. It was a song from her hometown, one that used to be sung in all of the pubs and all of the gatherings. The lyrics, however, had been long forgotten. Its sweet tones resonate through the morning air. Everything is silent except for the dulcet piano and one voice. Hey, yo. That sounds terrible. Huh? Someone is humming along with the melody. Someone else knows this song, but it's Atri. It's fucking Atri. There she is. Atri. Atri is humming along with the song, matching the tune perfectly. I listen intently to her, matching my playing to her rhythm. Before I know it, we come to the end of the song. Interesting. The whole crowd bursts into applause.
すごくいい曲だった。綺麗な曲。私も弾いてみたいぞ。
思わず聞き惚れちまったぜ。
夏希くんがピアノ弾いてるとこ、マジ神なんですけど。
Everyone is effusive in their praise, a little too much of anything, except for the particular member of the crowd, or one particular member. Atri simply sits there staring absent-mindedly at me. It almost seems like she doesn't know what she's been doing. I find myself staring back at her. Atri? I'm surprised that you know that song.
なんだか急にメロディーが浮かんできて。
A flash of distress tinges her expression.
はーい、昼休みおしまい。席に着きなさい。
Catherine has slipped into the classroom at some point while we were all entranced. She rings her little bell. I close the lid over the keys.
ちょっとあんた、後で教えなさい。
God damn it. What?
ピアノよ。私苦手なのよ。子供らの前でビシッと決めたいの。
Yeah, so much for being an impressive, elementary school teacher or whatever. Right, if I must. I'm hardly paying attention to what she's saying. I'm just staring at Atri. I feel like by pure chance, I might have stumbled upon a key to some small fragment of her memories. Oh man, things are going towards the emotional end. I can feel it. It's really gonna fucking hurt at some point, isn't it? Okay, we'll wrap it up there. I actually have no idea how long this episode is. It's probably not super, super long or anything. I had to step away during the, I guess this was 2 recording sessions into 1 episode, and I had to step away in the very beginning of this part, so, yeah, fantastic. I don't know how much I've recorded. Oh well, I will definitely continue to progress on this lovely, soon-to-be extremely emotional grind. I cannot wait to fucking cry, but yeah, this was a good one. This was pretty interesting. And yeah, I don't know what happened to the sound effects, so now it's just really quiet. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz. I will see you all in the next episode. Take it easy.